The NFL is constantly evolving. What dominated the league in the 90s and 2000s has transformed into something different today. But while the formations, play designs, and strategies have changed, the core principles of elite offenses have remained the same. Today we're diving into my new NFL evolution scheme, where we take a look at some of the greatest offenses in NFL history and how their modern day counterparts have adapted their philosophy to today's game. In this video, we're going to examine 3 legendary NFL offenses and their modern day successors. We're going to be looking at the 90s Green Bay Packers and then the 2020 Buffalo Bills. This is how Favre's gunslinging West Coast offense evolved into Josh Allen's spread-heavy dual-threat attack. Then we have the 2000s Colts with the 2020 Cincinnati Bengals. Manning's precision passing attack became Burrow's shotgun-based quick strike offense. Then we have the 90s Dallas Cowboys to the 2020s Philadelphia Eagles. We have Aikman's power run game transformed into Hurts' RPO-heavy dynamic attack. Now, over the course of this NFL Evolution series, we're going to break down these offenses in detail, with each getting their own video. We're going to show you exactly how to recreate their success in Madden 25, and we're all going to be running them out of the Eagles playbook, so you can run all of these offenses together in one unstoppable offense. The first evolution we're diving into is the transition from Brett Favre's Green Bay Packers of the 90s to Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills in today's NFL. Favre revolutionized the West Coast offense under Mike Holmgren, combining quick-hitting passes with deep shots, while Allen has taken the same aggressive mindset and blended it with modern spread concepts and design QB runs. The West Coast offense was all about efficiency, timing routes, quick reads, and spacing the field to move the chains. Holmgren designed an offense that maximized Favre's quick release and cannon arm, allowing him to push the ball vertically down the field. Favre thrived in play action, hitting deep post seams and comebacks, while also utilizing a powerful run game to keep defenses off balance. Now, though the Green Bay run game kept defenses honest, this offense lived and died with Favre's ability to make big-time throws. The Packers won 1 Super Bowl with this formula, and Favre became a 3-time MVP, cementing his place as one of the most dominant QBs of the decade. Fast forward to today, and Josh Allen's Bills have taken the blueprint from Favre's offense and evolved it for the modern NFL. Instead of just the traditional West Coast offense, Buffalo runs a spread variation with deep passing concepts. They still use quick game concepts, but now Allen's mobility adds a new layer. Design QB runs, bootlegs, and a RPO-heavy scheme that keeps defenses on edge. Now, the biggest change, though, is the mobility of Allen. While Favre was also a gunslinger who attacked from the pocket, Allen brings a dual-threat element that makes Buffalo's offense unpredictable. They stress defenses with empty formations, deep vertical shots, and a heavy dose of play action, making them one of the NFL's most dangerous modern offenses. Now, Favre and Allen both embody the fearless gunslinger mentality, aggressive, big-armed quarterbacks willing to take risk to make game-changing plays. Allen adds the extra dimension of mobility, making him even tougher to defend. At receiver, Sterling Sharp was Favre's go-to weapon, dominating with elite route running and strong hands, much like Stephon Diggs has in previous seasons with the Bills. Both served as primary targets capable of taking over games. Next, we're looking at the evolution from Peyton Manning's Colts to Joe Burrow's Bengals, 2 of the most efficient timing-based offenses in NFL history. Manning was the master of pre-snap reads and audibles, operating one of the most unstoppable passing attacks ever. Now, Burrow is running a modernized version of that system, adapting to the spread-heavy nature of today's game. Now, the Colts offense was all about precision and control. Manning took full command at the line of scrimmage, utilizing pre-snap motion and audibles to exploit defensive weaknesses. His connection with Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and Dallas Clark made Indy's offense nearly impossible to stop. The Colts used 11 personnel to spread defenses out, forcing teams to defend quick outs, slants, and deep corners, while still having to respect Edgerrin James in the run game. This offense didn't rely on trickery. It was about out-executing everyone. Now, Joe Burrow and the 2020s Bengals are running a modernized version of this Colts offense, blending those same timing-based principles with today's spread-heavy passing game. The Bengals, like Indy before them, live in 11 personnel, but they rely even more on empty formations to maximize space for their elite receivers. While Manning controlled the game from under center, Burrow does it from shotgun, using quick decision-making and pinpoint accuracy to slice defenses apart. But the biggest change, the deep game. game. The Bengals stressed defenses vertically with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins creating explosive plays at a super high rate. Now, Manning and Burrow share a mastery of pre-snap reads, accuracy, and quick decision-making. Manning was known for controlling the game at the line, while Burrow is one of the most accurate post-snap processors in the league. Now, both offenses thrive with elite receiver duos. Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne were the gold standard for the Colts, much like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins for the Bengals today. While Harrison and Wayne were elite route runners, Chase and Higgins bring more size and physicality, making them even more dangerous in contested situations. Finally, we break down the transformation of the power run-heavy Dallas Cowboys of the 1990s to the modern dual-threat attack of the Philadelphia Eagles. Troy Aikman led an offense built around dominant line play, downhill running, and play-action passing, while Jalen Hurts Eagles have taken those same principles and modernized them with RPOs, QB runs, and a dynamic spread passing attack. The Cowboys dynasty of the 90s was built on physicality and efficiency. Dallas ran an I-formation heavy attack leaning on Emmitt Smith and the league's best offensive line. Their philosophy: run the ball, control the clock, and take deep shots off play action. Now, Aikman wasn't asked to throw 40 plus times a game. Instead, he operated a structured system that emphasized precision passing and big play efficiency. With Michael Irvin winning on one-on-one matchups and Jay Novacek working the middle of the field, Aikman could shred defenses when needed, but his team always leaned on their dominance in the trenches. Then we have the 2024 Super Bowl winning Eagles. They took these same core principles with a dominant line play, power running, and play action, but evolved them into a spread-based attack built around Jalen Hurts' skill set. Where Aikman operated under center, Hurts runs the show out of a lot of shotgun, executing RPOs and design QB runs to put constant stress on defenses. Instead of just using traditional power formations, Philly will spread defenses out, forcing them to account for Hurts as a true dual threat weapon. So the biggest evolution is going to be that QB's role in the run game. While the Cowboys use their line to dominate with traditional running plays, Philly wants to use Hurts as a weapon. They force defenses into impossible choices, commit to stopping the run, and get burned by deep shots with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, or play coverage and risk having Saquon or Hurts bust off with big plays in the run game. Now, both teams boast a big three: a star quarterback, a dominant running back, and a superstar wide receiver. Troy Aikman and Jalen Hurts operated within their structured offense, but while Aikman thrived as your traditional passer, Hurts' ability to run adds that extra layer of unpredictability. Then we have Emmitt Smith and Saquon Barkley. They both serve as bell cow running backs who can take over games. Smith's dominance was built on vision, toughness, and ability to carry the offense, while Barkley brings similar traits, but with it an added versatility in the passing game, making him a more dynamic weapon in space. At receiver, we have Michael Irvin and A.J. Brown. Both are physical, contested catch specialists who set the tone for their respective offenses. Irvin was the emotional and physical leader of the Cowboys' passing game, thriving on big plays in critical moments, while Brown provides the same aggressive play style for the Eagles, overpowering defenders and excelling in yards after the catch. Then if you want to take your Madden game to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up today, I have my first mini scheme for this NFL Evolution offense. I break down 2 different formations that'll give you 11 plays full of some great screen passes, some really good ways to run the football, then how you can attack defenses deep down the field versus both man and zone coverage. And this is just going to give you an amazing start on this offense. Then there's a ton more coming on the site for this NFL Evolution scheme. Then also have a ton of other schemes on the site. Right now I'm working on my new super spread offense in College Football 25. Then I have my spread to run offense on the site as well. Then for defenses, I have my Nick Saban defensive scheme that works for both Madden and College Football 25, along with my Belichick to career defensive scheme for Madden 25. So by subscribing to the site, you'll get access to all my Madden 25 and College Football 25 content for one price. Then I'm also going to be running my NFL Evolution sale on the site. This is going to run till March 31st. You can use code CHANGE at checkout to get 50% off your first month if you do the monthly membership. So if you do want to check out Scheme Kings, I will leave a link for it down below. Now in this section, we're going to go over the key players you're going to want to use in this NFL Evolution offense. Now starting off with quarterback. Now 2 of the historic players we want to emulate in this role are Brett Favre and Joe Burrow. Favre's fearless, big-armed approach made him one of the most exciting quarterbacks of his era, always willing to take deep shots and extend plays with his aggressiveness. Burrow, on the other hand, brings that same confidence, but refines with pinpoint accuracy, elite pocket presence, and an ability to stay composed under pressure. Now, Josh Allen combines the best of both worlds. He had Favre's gunslinger mentality, unafraid to push the ball down the field to create explosive plays, while also incorporating Burrow's surgical precision. On top of that, Allen adds an extra layer of athleticism that makes him a legit dual threat weapon in both the passing and running game. Next, we have our running back. Two historic players that define this role are Emmitt Smith and Edgerrin James. Smith was the ultimate workhorse for the Cowboys, capable of carrying an offense with his durability and vision, while James thrived as both a runner and receiving threat in the Colts' high-powered attack. Saquon Barkley blends both these skill sets. Like Smith, he can handle a heavy workload and wear down defenses with his physicality, but he also possesses the elusiveness and versatility of James, allowing him to be a dangerous threat in the pass game as well. Next up, we have wide receiver 1. Two of the historic players we want to emulate in this role are Michael Irvin and A.J. Brown. Irvin was a dominant physical receiver who thrived in contested catches, using his strength and aggressive playstyle to overpower defenders. Brown brings that same ability in today's game, combining toughness with explosive after-the-catch potential. Andre Johnson perfectly blends these qualities. He has Irvin's physical dominance, making him a nightmare in one-on-one situations, while also possessing Brown's versatility to take short passes and turn them into big plays. Next up, we have our slot receiver. Two of the historic players we want to emulate in this role are Marvin Harrison and Jamar Chase. Harrison was the gold standard of precision route running, consistently creating separation with his technical skill. Chase, on the other hand, brings elite explosiveness, winning with both savvy and physicality after the catch. Malik Neighbors is going to work great for us. Like Harrison, he can win with sharp, efficient movements, and like Chase, he can take a simple route and turn it into game-changing play. His versatility allows him to stretch the field vertically while also being a nightmare for defenses on quick breaking routes and RPO concepts. For the tight end position, we want a player who blends the skill set of Dallas Clark and Jay Novacek. Clark was an elite receiving threat, stretching the field and giving Manning a reliable security blanket, while Novacek was a balanced tight end who could be used as both a blocker and a receiver in the Cowboys offense. George Kittle is the perfect mix of both. He has Clark's ability to create separation and make big plays in the passing game, while also bringing the physicality and toughness of Novacek, making him an all-around weapon. Whether it's run blocking in a power scheme or attacking linebackers down the seam, Kittle provides a versatility that is going to make this offense even harder to defend. Now, here's going to be a look at our full lineup we are using in this NFL Evolution offense. You can feel free to pause here to take a closer look. Now, once you get your full hands on this scheme, you are going to be unstoppable. But remember, there's the first part of this offense up right now on Scheme Kings that you can start learning immediately, but then you are also going to need to get stops on defense. And I have my Bill Belichick defensive scheme for Madden 25 that is incredible and gives you a ton of different options on defense, and you can check that out right here.